Seventh Homebrew, coming at you with a beer review. My day was thwarted by high winds and power outage on light signals, and I gave up on my errands, decided I'm going to just come home and do a beer review. So here I am with Deliverance. That's what we need on a big windy day. We need Deliverance, let me tell you. This is the 2012 Deliverance, and this is 2016 right now, from the Lost Abbey out of California. That's right, this is an American Strong Ale at 12%. It's a blend of two of their beers. It's their Bourbon Barrel-Aged Serpent Stout and their Brandy Barrel-Aged Angel Share. So, they've got a lot of things that they say on the back of this. I'm not going to tell you all of it. I'll just say a little bit. Deliverance is the epic battle being waged between heaven and hell for the souls of mortal men and your enjoyment in a glass. So we're going to do just that. Okay, little pop. Let's get the pour. Oh wow, this is coming out dark. I had really no expectations on this at all, so very curious to see what this is like. Well, not really any kind of head on there, a bit of a ring, but this is that black motor oil look. Let me tell you, this is just, nothing is coming through there. What do you think? I think it's just black. Let's get the nose. Okay, I've let this warm up a bit. It's interesting, I didn't get lots of aroma off it. I'm gonna have to try it again. The first thing I got really though was a little bit of the booze, and I got some chocolate. Alright, now we got some dark fruits along with the chocolate coming through. I'd say fig was the more predominant. I felt like I got a little bit of raisin on there as well. Ooh, and some dark cherry coming off of it. A little bit of caramel and a little bit of toffee notes on there. And it's really a dark beer. It's like a dark chocolate. And some nice vanilla notes. And I'm starting to pick up more on the bourbon, but I get a hint of that brandy as well. We'll see what else comes out as we go, but I'm just ready to dive in, so cheers. Wow. Oh, that's complex and very rich, very coating of the mouth. Where to even begin? Immediately I get chocolate, dark cherry, and a little bit of fig and raisin coming off of it. But I'd say that chocolate and the dark cherry are predominant. Along then with the bourbon is on there, and I get a bit of the brandy. Oh man. This little bit of booziness comes up into my nose like a rum, like some kind of buttered rum and some vanilla and other flavors. I get a little bit of some spice, like a very light cinnamon on there. So make me think a little bit of a coffee. That's it. There's a little like an espresso on there. So I think of like a Spanish coffee, just a hint of that cinnamon with a deep espresso richness. Yeah, some caramel, some toffee. But I love the kind of the battle between who's going to be dominant, the bourbon or the brandy. I enjoy them both. I do like brandies, but boy, and I like my big bourbon beers, and they're both in here, and they're balanced really well, surprising. I still get that big, dark cherry, Bing cherry, along with that chocolate richness and a bit of that espresso, as I said before. Man, the hints of cinnamon. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's creamy, it's smooth, kind of velvety on the tongue. It just is drinking really easy. It's still a big beer. It's 12.5%, and you can taste it, but it's not like an overwhelming heat or anything in the throat whatsoever. I'm kind of digging on this. So I'm going to take a little time with this, and I'll be back. Wow, what an amazing beer. The blend of these two beers is just magnificent. I mean, you've got your bourbon and your brandy, and they're fighting to be at the top. And then to be in the middle, it's just ecstasy. That's what I got to say about that. It's just great. I think all the qualities, all the things I said earlier, pretty much stand. You know, all those things are still in place. As it's warm, the raisin part comes out a little more, but It's so well balanced. And the chocolate on there with the dark cherries and on all the other ones, because you got your fig and your raisin, all those good things, but it's a dark chocolate, you know? It's like that cacao. It's an 87% candy bar, dark chocolate bar. That's what you got going on here. Dan, this is what I'm talking about. You need this, and then you got to age it. But what a beautiful beer, and that richness is like an espresso, not coffee. I'm talking espresso coming through those dark, rich roast on there. Just well played, well mixed. This is a lovely beer. I need to do this again. It's not easy for me to get. I got to get it out of Cali, bring it up from California, but this is a beauty. So in terms of ratings, where are we going to go? Man, when it comes to American Strong Ales, this is my wheelhouse right here. This is a beautiful beer. I'm giving this a 97 on American Strong Ale. Now what's interesting is because the mix here, one of these is a stout. You got Serpent Stout in there. I don't know what Angel Share is, honestly. I'd have to look that up. But the thing is, I love my stouts. I'm actually, for my overall, I'm going up. That's a rare thing that I go up like this. I'm giving it a 98. I am loving this beer. Here it is. You need to get one and need to set it aside for some years. Everyone says so. This can be set aside for a long time. It is Deliverance. This is the 2012 I've got. Deliverance Ale from the Lost Abbey Brewery out of San Marcos, California. Folks, I'm just saying life's too short to drink cheap beer. And I'll see you in the next beer review.